On behalf of the Green Schools National Network Board of Directors, I would like to welcome you to the 5th Annual Green Schools National Conference. Give yourselves a hand. From the first conference in Minneapolis, we started calling the conference the Big Green Tent. It's where everybody comes together who is invested in greening our schools, both on the inside by teaching environmental and literacy and sustainability, and through their operations, and on the outside from building sustainable buildings that are healthy for young people to attend school in, for teachers to teach in, and for all of the staff to work to support to make our young people strong citizens of the future. So we are excited that you're here. 6 years ago, 150 educators came together with an idea that we needed a network to share best practices and ideas together. Today, some of us who were at that gathering think of this as our tribal gathering. We come together, we hug each other, we see each other and celebrate the fact that we are back again together. So I'd like to find out how many of you are new to the Green Schools National Conference. Could you stand up? Stand up. Thank you. How many of you are veterans of the Green Schools National Conference? Please stand up. The reason that we move this conference around the country is because it becomes a regional tool to leverage best practices and ideas. Everywhere we have held the conference, green schools and green practices have been proliferating in districts across the country, and we're really, really proud of that. Veterans of the conference, I encourage you to make new friends and nurture our new recruits along so they will join us in 2016. And our newbies, I want to make sure that you feel comfortable approaching anybody in the building and sharing a little bit about who you are. So right now, turn to somebody right next to you, introduce yourselves, and tell them what you hope to learn while you're here. Thank you very much. I work with this really great school in Kenosha, Wisconsin that has a phrase called that goes, "Nobody sits alone in the cafeteria." That phrase encompasses cultural values of inclusion. So while you're wandering the halls and in sessions, make sure that nobody is sitting alone. Sit with each other, talk with each other, share stories with each other. Join the tribal gathering. Just so you know who's out there in those seats, almost 20% of you are administrators and leaders of schools. Almost 24% of you are teachers in classrooms. We have about 14% of you who are green team sustainability officers in your districts. We have about 5% of you who are community partners and informal educators who partner with schools. We also have, which I think is a pretty amazing number, about 9% of you are students in K-12. The first year we held the student summit, I questioned whether it was the right thing to do, but everybody, and everybody still, talks about how wonderful it is to have students in our presence who are challenging us to get out of their way so they can lift their voices and take charge. So students who are here, lift your voices, enjoy yourselves, learn, because there are stories, again, of students who've gone back to their schools to transform the way they operate. So work together and learn from each other. Over the next 2 days, You're going to have a chance to hear some amazing stories and to meet some amazing people. I want you to sit together, be nice to each other, and learn from each other. Thank you very much. Have a great conference. I'd like to introduce now Susan Silber. Susan